Strategy fans, get ready, the future is looking bright. From big sequels to fresh new games, here are the top 15 best upcoming strategy games to keep on your radar. Let's get into it. Front RTS is a single-player real-time strategy game that blends classic RTS combat with deep global strategy systems. Unlike many modern titles, Front focuses on immersion and natural unit behavior over fast, twitchy gameplay. Battle unfold on procedurally generated, fully deformable terrain where explosion carve craters, tanks struggle up slopes, and environment itself becomes a tactical tool. You will manage territories, economy, and garrisons on the global map, then drop into intense RTS missions that emphasize positioning, physics, and destruction. Nearly every object can be damaged or altered, from crumbling pipes to spreading fires and gas explosions. With upgrade blueprints, weather effects, and strategic superstructures, Front aims to capture the gritty, grounded feel of classic Command & Conquer while pushing RTS mechanics forward in unexpected ways. Fragile Existence is a sci-fi RTS heavily inspired by Battlestar Galactica, blending fleet survival, planetary colonization, and tactical combat. After Earth is destroyed by an alien armada, you will lead a ragtag fleet across procedurally generated star systems, gathering resources, building bases, and evading pursuit. What sets this game apart is its dual gameplay. You seamlessly shift between commanding fleet in space and establishing ground bases on planetary surfaces. Terrain is fully 3D and interactive, with constructor flattening land for realistic base building, while resource logistic and population management add survival depth. Limited sensor ranges keep exploration tense, while volumetric effect, warp gates, and weather system create a living galaxy. With plans for multiplayer, modding, and deep research mechanics, Fragile Existence aims to deliver a uniquely atmospheric RTS experience.
Dinosaur Integration Network, or DIN for short.
Jurassic World Evolution 3 brings Frontier's Dino Management series back in a big way. Launching October 21st, this sequel adds dinosaur breeding, baby dinos, and deep park customization. You can now set up nests, manage genetic traits, and watch juvenile dinosaurs grow with inherited behaviors, adding a new layer to park management. The building tools have been overhauled too. Sculpt cliffs, waterfalls, and customize structures piece by piece, or use pre-made buildings if you prefer fast management. Campaigns span multiple global locations like Japan and Malta, with a non-linear structure that lets you build park worldwide. With Jeff Goldblum returning as Ian Malcolm and improved natural enclosures, Evolution 3 aims to be the most immersive and creative entry, yet a must-watch for fans of management sims and dinosaurs alike.
With any project of this scale.
Nova Roma is a Roman city builder that brings the Pax Romana era to life with vibrant visuals and deep simulation. Developed by Lion Shield, the team behind Kingdoms and Castles, this game focuses on seasonal cycles, water systems, and complex supply chains. You will construct aqueducts, forums, and colosseums while managing floods, drought, and changing seasons that visually transform your city. The gods also play a big role. Ignore their temple too long and you might see Jupiter strike your dams with lightning in a classic Caesar 3 twist. Players must balance citizens' needs, political factions, and resource networks to build a thriving Roman metropolis. With charming visuals and strategic depth, Nova Roma looks like a fresh yet nostalgic addition to the city-building genre. It's coming to Steam and Epic Game Store and is already available to wishlist. Dawn of War 4 is finally bringing the series back to its root. Developed by King Art Games, the studio behind Iron Harvest, This new entry promises a return to classic base building, resource points, cover systems, and large-scale battles that fans love in the original. The Blood Ravens, Orcs, Necrons, and Adeptus Mechanicus headline the factions, each with their own story-driven campaigns. Players can customize units with a new war gear system, enjoy expanded sync kills, and yes, you can paint your armies again. Skirmishes are fast, explosive, and full of spectacle. Drop pod assaults, three-way battles, and orbital strikes all make a comeback. While still in pre-alpha, the gameplay already nails the gritty, bombastic Warhammer 40k atmosphere. If it sticks the landing, Dawn of War 4 could finally be true sequel fans have been waiting for.
All shall die! Withdraw!
Full back!
Do not so.
Prison Architect 2 aims to modernize the cult classic prison management sim by shifting from 2D to full 3D, while keeping its signature micromanagement depth. You will still design every cell, install utilities, and manage complex prison logistics, but now from a rotatable 3D camera. Career mode and challenge maps add structure to the sandbox gameplay, while its diorama-style visuals give prisons a more toy-like look. However, early impressions raise questions. The UI remains clunky, switching between multiple menus slows the flow, and many players instinctively rotate the camera overhead to mimic the original 2D view. On top of that, development has faced delays and a studio handover to Koku, creating uncertainty ahead of its release. It still has the potential for chaotic, emergent prison stories, but whether 3D truly enhances the experience remains to be seen. MENACE is the upcoming tactical strategy game from the creators of Battle Brothers, and it feels just as deadly and unforgiving. Instead of roaming an overworld map, you will build squads and space marines and deploy them across chains of missions on different planets. Combat focuses heavily on terrain, positioning, and line of sight, almost like a chaotic tabletop skirmish. Suppressive fire, cover, and morale play huge roles, making every move feel tense and deliberate. Each soldier comes with unique traits and equipment, allowing for detailed squad customization. The game also shifts tone dramatically. Gone is medieval brutality, replaced by gritty sci-fi battles full of gunfire and calm chatters. Early impressions highlight dense map, cinematic action, and a high emphasis on tactical precision. If Overhype can nail the campaign structure, MENACE could deliver some truly intense, story-rich encounters. Viking City Builder blends colony management with the brutal spirit of the Viking Age. After raiding a village, you and your warrior decide to settle and build a thriving Norse community on its ashes. You will construct authentic Viking-era buildings, manage your people's roles, and expand your settlement from a humble camp into a bustling stronghold. Survival is just as important as growth. Harsh winters, bandits, and wild animals constantly threaten your progress. You will need to stockpile resources, arm your warriors, and launch raids to keep your settlement thriving. The game stands out with its detailed visuals and dynamic environments, from snowy forests to rugged fjords. Beyond conquest, you can establish sea trade routes and strengthen your position through commerce. It's a promising mix of city building, survival, and Viking warfare. Anno 117 Pax Romana takes the acclaimed city-building formula to the heights of the Roman Empire. Launching on November 14, this real-time strategy builder puts you in the role of a newly appointed governor tasked with expanding Rome's province from the heartlands of Latium to the untamed Celtic wetlands of Albion. You will manage resources, oversee population growth, and construct cities from ground up, while balancing economic efficiency and citizen needs. Each region brings different challenges, including resistance from local factions and even religious systems that influence your people's abilities. Ubisoft's demo revealed a game that blends structured tutorials with deep strategic freedom, making every decision count. It was even crowned Best PC Game at Gamescom 2025, signaling a promising and immersive city-building experience for both veterans and newcomers.
Your fate. A prosperous metropolis or a city in bankruptcy. Forge your legacy and become the governor you were meant to be.
Anvil Empires is an ambitious medieval MMO from creators of Foxhole, blending elements of Age of Empires, Mana Lords, and large-scale multiplayer warfare. Imagine a strategy game where every villager, soldier, and builder is controlled by a real player. Together, hundreds must construct villages, forge weapons, and defend castles in massive battles. During its Steam Next Fest stress test, the game drew over 12,000 simultaneous players, surpassing Foxhole's peak. While many praise the concept and large-scale coordination, feedback on combat has been mixed. Players criticize its simplicity and lack of impact, though others see potential for growth, much like Foxhole's early days. Anvil Empire is still in early testing, but it's already proving there's real interest in this kind of persistent, player-driven medieval warfare. Europa Universalis V is Paradox's most ambitious grand strategy game, yet if EU4 was a degree, this is a PhD. Set in 1337, the game spans 500 years of history with an incredible level of detail. The map features 7 times more locations than EU4, each with its own population, culture, topography, and economy. Population now drives your empire's growth, no more abstract mana points. Food, logistics, and terrain play crucial roles in warfare, introducing supply lines, ambushes, and massive army formations with period-accurate visuals. Managing distant territories is harder too, encouraging vassals and strategic administration. It's dense, demanding, and massive. Early impressions highlight its scale, depth, and refined warfare systems. Performance still needs work, but Paradox is clearly aiming to push the boundaries of historical strategy further than ever before.
On the floor lies a tome covered in blood.
Slay the Spire 2 made a big splash at 2024 Game Awards, and while it doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, that's exactly what fans want. The original game practically defined the roguelike deck builder genre, and the sequel looks like a refined, more ambitious versions of everything people love. It introduced new playable classes like the Necrobinder, features a complete visuals and animation overhaul, and promises more strategic depth without losing its addictive core loop. Some fans were worried about missing characters like the Defect, but hints suggest they will make a return. While detail on new mechanics are still limited, Slay the Spire 2 seems poised to be just as iconic as its predecessor, maybe even more so. If you love smart, tactical deck building and roguelike progression, this is one to keep a close eye on. Kingmakers have been turning heads online with its wild concept, bringing modern firepower into massive medieval battles. Imagine mowing down waves of knight with assault rifles, storming castles in sport cars, or switching a top-down view to command entire armies. It's a unique blend of action and real-time strategy, where building towns, raising troops, and leading generals is just as crucial as pulling the trigger yourself. Originally set to launch in early access, the game was delayed just days before release, as the developers aim to polish content and ensure stable performance, even on mid-range PCs. Interestingly, they even experimented with giant mechs at one point, but cut them for breaking immersion. With its ambitious scale, drop-in multiplayer, and tactical depth, Kingmakers might just deliver one of the most chaotic and innovative strategy experience in years. Falling Frontier takes space RTS to a more grounded and technical level. Inspired by the real-world naval design, its ships looks functional and industrial, rather than flashy sci-fi. Battles are slower, more methodical, and all about positioning, logistics, and sensor warfare. Think The Expanse with Homeworld. The latest trailer shows off new frigates with distinct roles: spotters, scouts, escorts, and sneaky strike ships, each customizable through modular system and turrets. It's not just about combat either. Logistic and supply chains play a huge role. You'll manage mining operations, fuel runs, and cargo routes between worlds, making every freighter a potential target. Originally delayed, Falling Frontier is now planned for 2025, and it's shaping up to be one of the most promising hardcore RTS games on the horizon, mixing stunning visuals with deep strategy gameplay. Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era brings back the magic of classic turn-based strategy. Set as prequel to the original 1995 game, it takes place on the continent of Jadame, where 6 factions fight for dominance. Olden Era sticks to the series' beloved formula, exploring the map, managing castles, and commanding mythological armies, while adding new layers like faction laws, creature abilities, and multiple game modes including Arena, Classic, and Single Hero. Combat is smooth and tactical, played on hexagonal grids with smart AI that forces you to think carefully about every move. Castles evolve beautifully as you build them up, and heroes grow through skill trees and attributes. With hot seat multiplayer plan and a non-linear campaign and faithful mechanics, this feels like a true spiritual return for fans of the genre. And that wraps up the list. Share your favorite in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more strategy game content. Thanks for watching.